Hi, I'm Carrie, and this is Saunders Sisterhood. This is a YouTube channel for the single and childless, not by choice person. Our video today is things to do on Christmas if you're spending it alone. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, and I recognize that. If you have a different holiday that you're celebrating, these ideas would also work for you on the holiday that you celebrate. I also want to just acknowledge that just because somebody is single and childless, not by choice, it does not mean that they are going to spend the holiday alone. And I know that it's something that we don't talk about often, just in terms of our society, but there are a lot of people who celebrate the holiday by themselves for whatever reason. And so this video is some tips for you and ideas that you can do to help yourself on that day. So, the first thing is you can watch your favorite movie, whether it's a holiday movie or not. Think about what is a movie that I love and put it on your list to watch on that day. Then maybe you think about what is a movie that I've been wanting to watch, but I haven't, and you do a back to back feature or a double feature, I guess they call it, right? This is a day that you get to choose what you do. And if you don't get anything productive done, that's okay. But if you have a favorite TV show or a favorite movie that you haven't caught up on, today is the day to watch it. The next thing is consider your favorite foods, right? Maybe these are traditional holiday foods that you used to have that you really like. And even though you're going to be alone this holiday season, you still want to be able to make those things and you can do it in the way that feels right to you, right? Or maybe your favorite food is something that is not traditionally given on the holiday, and you want to instead have your own new holiday tradition and do that. Maybe you need to plan ahead by going to the grocery store, or maybe you need to plan ahead by ordering the food from your favorite restaurant so then you have it to heat up on the day of. Again, think about your favorite food and then do that. The next thing I want you to think about doing is set the vibe so it makes you happy. If it's going to be depressing to have holiday music on or a lot of holiday decorations, maybe you take them down or maybe you make sure you don't put them up, right? If instead you have certain types of music that make you happy, a certain scent that makes you happy, maybe you can have a candle. Um, Think about what is a nice cozy vibe that you love that you can make sure that you have. Make sure that nice cozy blanket or your super comfy clothes are all washed and ready to go for that day. The next thing that you can do is consider your New Year's intentions, right? It doesn't mean you necessarily like really solidify all the things you want to do in the next year, but maybe you start brainstorming a little bit on what do I want to do in this next year? And it doesn't have to be, whether you have like fitness goals, health goals, finance goals, things like that, but maybe instead on this day, you start considering things like, what are some big purchases that I want to make? What are some fun places, or where are some fun places I want to go out of town? Where are some fun places I want to go within town? So maybe it is something like, what are the fun things that I want to make sure that I do this year? The next thing that I want you to think about doing if you are spending the holiday alone is consider these creative outlets that you like to do. If you're an artistic person, right, and you love to draw or you love to paint or knit or bake or write stories, maybe you set aside some time in order to really lean into your creative pursuits. If you don't have a specified creative pursuit, maybe this could be a good opportunity for you to try one out. You know, let's say you love to paint, but you don't feel like you're very good at it or you don't know where to start. There's a lot of paint by numbers, there's color by numbers. So even if you want to tap into a slice of creativity, there are things out there for you. And I would encourage you to think about what sounds like fun and then pick the holiday as the day to start. All right, the last thing that you can do if you're spending the holiday alone is start that new book. Maybe you wait until that day in order to start the new book you've been waiting for. And again, you have your cozy vibe set, and you snuggle up in and you snuggle with your pet if you have one. You've got your hot chocolate and you're able to sit and start that new book, right? Now, for those of you who feel like, I do a little better when I'm not just at my house alone all day, there are some places that will be open, right? So I know in my area, Starbucks, for example, is open on Christmas Day. So maybe you take that new book to Starbucks and you're able to kind of be out in the world where there's other people, but other people not just at home. And maybe you feel like, I'm not the only one who is alone this holiday season. So consider these things if you're going to be spending this holiday alone. Let me know in the comments some suggestions that you have for ways to enjoy a holiday by yourself. And subscribe to Sandra Sisterhood for videos for the single and childless, not by choice person.